Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Sharon.
And you're watching Pixel of Ink.
You might be familiar with our website, where we share free and bargain Kindle books every day.
But today we're here to just talk about some books.
Right.
And as you might guess, we spend a lot of time talking about books every day.
Maybe. Just a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay. So we were talking yesterday, I think it was.
About book covers.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of had a little argument about this. Just a little argument.
Difference of opinion.
Right. Okay.
All right, so what's the deal with book covers?
Okay. When I'm looking for a new book to read on my Kindle, I will scan through the books in my Kindle library, and every so often I'll notice books that I've never seen before. And they'll catch my attention, I'll look and realize, wait a minute, I read that book before. I have read it, but it has a different book cover on it.
Aha. So why does it have a different book cover?
Sometimes publishers will do that when a book has been converted to a screenplay and it hits the movie theater. And now it has actors on the cover. And
then Amazon goes and just downloads it directly to your Kindle without you knowing about it.
Right. And they see this as a feature. I don't know. I see it as a bug, but you know.
Now, they do send out emails sometimes saying that a book has been updated, but that's not what this is.
No, and you can turn that feature, you can turn auto updates off. You can turn it on, so if a book is corrected for some reason, sometimes there's a problem with the conversion to Kindle, and it'll automatically fix it for you. Mm-hmm. But if you have automatic updates turned on, and you have highlights or quotes, or I'm sorry, if you have highlights or bookmarks, they'll be overwritten. And I highlight in fiction all the time. I save quotes that I like. So I turn that feature off. But book covers are still automatically changed.
So you don't have any control over it.
No. And so some examples of where this has occurred. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Mm-hmm. Excellent book.
So now that started off with a typographic cover. It just said Gone Girl by
Right.
Gillian
I actually,
Flynn.
If I remember correctly, and I don't, Gillian Flynn may even be larger on the cover than Gone Girl. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. But there's like little, you see something off to the side and you don't realize what it is. I know now that that's hair. It's like someone disappearing from the scene, and it makes sense, and it's intriguing. And
But now, so before it was typographic, and now what's it look like?
And now it's a picture of a man on the beach. It's Ben Affleck. Okay, fine. You know, everyone knows what Ben Affleck looks like, and I've heard that the movie is good, and I will probably see it at some point. But that's not the cover. That was on the book when I read it.
Yeah.
And I mean, in this, I noticed this with The Book Thief, and this really bothers me about The Book Thief. The Book Thief by Markus Zusak had an excellent cover. It had a row of dominoes, and that's it's symbolic. I mean, it's about the chain of events that occurs, and it makes you wonder. It's something that catches your attention, but you don't know why it's there, and it's just interesting. It's an interesting element.
So it drew you in partially because of the cover initially.
Partially, yes. And I'd heard great things about it, and I saw the cover. I'm like, okay, that looks. What is this? What is this about? Now, if you see the cover of The Book Thief, it is an actress on the cover. It's a child actress.
From the movie version?
From the movie version.
Ah.
And I haven't seen the movie. I will not see the movie because that book... The Book Thief is one of my all-time favorite books. I will not see the movie. I refuse to. I'm sure it's a good movie. You can see it if you want, but I won't see it. It will ruin the book for me. And so there's an actress on the cover. I want my dominoes back. That's the experience that I had with that book, and that's been changed. And if I had a paper copy of the book of a collection that I really liked on my bookshelf at home, it wouldn't change. I would hope.
Yeah, so with my books, I've seen Game of Thrones has changed a few times. And
they all look kind of similar, though.
After the show came out, there was the cover with Sean Bean sitting on the Iron Throne, holding the sword.
Holding ice.
Good job. But then But it started off with, I think the first cover that I had just had a sword hilt on the cover. So
I think I remember that.
It didn't really bother me when it changed.
Well,
I'm okay with it either way. Even though, of course, you know, in this case it was a good, maybe it was a good change, but it's both covers worked really well for representing the book. So that probably helped a little bit.
I think most of the covers where I've seen this happen, the covers are okay. I mean, the before cover looks great and the after cover looks great, but the publishers are highlighting that this has been turned into a movie. I'm not buying a movie, I'm buying a book. I don't care about the actors that portrayed it in a movie after the book was written.
Sure.
The author may not have had those actors in mind.
Yeah, and that may not be who you had in mind while you were reading the book.
Not at all. I mean, the actress on the cover of The Book Thief, that's not who I pictured as the main character in that book, and it bothers me.
Well, I can kind of see your point. So
You're just being polite.
no, I can. So
This is how he wins arguments.
So it'd be nice if Amazon would give you the option to either download the new cover or keep the old cover.
Right, and you know, if I picked up a book while it was on sale and it was turned into a movie and I hadn't read the book yet and I became more familiar with the movie version, I may opt to use that cover.
Sure.
But there are books that I remember how they are and I remember how they looked when I purchased them and when I read them, and that's the cover that I want on them when I read them or when I look for them in my liberary.
Yep.
That's what I want.
That's not too much to ask.
So we want to know, does this bother you? Do you see this as a feature? Do you see this as a bonus? Do you see this as a good thing? Would you want a choice? What?
Yeah, let us know what you think. What's your opinion on auto-updating book covers?
Right. I mean, we want to have this as a discussion with you. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe for future updates.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you again soon.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.